Ksquared.
Johnny, we made it.
Maurice, we did.
It's always great when we make a Wishful Thinking Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hence
the name.
the name, correct.
Wishful Thinking. Tipping comp.
Johnny, you know we always have to thank our wonderful sponsors that help bring this segment to life.
Man, this is a good one this week.
Yes.
Because of our jackpot. But HR Construction's
What a
round 10 sponsor. And if you didn't know,
tell the people.
Whoever is the winner after the overall, leader after this round,
yes,
is complete,
tell
will receive the $100 jackpot courtesy of
HR Construction.
So we've got a double dip there on the sponsorship. So HR legends.
Thank you very much.
There is nothing that these guys cannot build.
There's nothing they can't fix.
Nothing.
Renovate the whole kit, Johnny. They do it all. Fantastic people, and we'll get the job done.
Well done, HR.
Johnny, into last week's results. Talk to me.
Maurice, I got a 4.
Yes, I got a 4 as well. It seemed
awesome.
like a tough, not a tougher, pretty easy round, but I ended up only getting a 4 there, John.
It's not easy if you get 4, Maurice.
That's right.
So
quite hard.
Moving on, let's just give a quick shout out to our weekly leader.
Who was it, Johnny?
Knock back.
Knock back.
Knock back.
Not knock on.
No, knock back.
Awesome.
He got an 8, obviously applied that joker. Quick shout out. I don't know if I can say this name. BITCH.
Yeah, just spell
ASS.
Second. Bichaz.
Yeah, Bichaz. And then Billsy also up there on a 6.
That's pretty good.
These are J Money.
Yep.
JP81. Kaza App. Lethal, man, there's a big list of 6s, so well done to you guys. Would have been a great opportunity to use your guys' joker, but hey, well done to knock back and got an 8.
Awesome. Johnny,
overall,
and I think we better unpack it just a tad.
Okay.
Because of what's on offer.
Keep going.
We have, obviously, Revival Plumbing overall.
Yes.
On 51.
Revival, well done.
Yeah, well done. Yes, good work. Max Eagle on 50.
He didn't claim the last jackpot,
correct? And Kozaz on 48.
Yeah.
So I'm only going to mention the top 3 because you guys, just so you know, are in the 1-1 here.
Great opportunity
to take the jackpotted.
I reckon a 5 or 6
bonus.
will get you the jackpot. Either one of them.
A 5 or 6. Rob Zell's not far off too.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kara's number 6 too, John. Anyway, that's fantastic stuff, team. Keep going.
Yep.
Again, I'll mention it again. You need to know this. Whoever, after this week's round, if you're the leader, jumps on their socials and just gives this
Wishful Thinking
a plug, and our sponsor, HR Plumbing.
Yeah.
HR Construction. You're plumbing now, HR. No, HR Construction.
Probably. He does it all.
Give them a plug, and we'll get you $100 out to you, Johnny.
Mate, huge. If not, if you don't want to do that, just jackpot to the next legend that actually wants to do it.
Yeah, who wants 150? That'll be.
Oh, good, Maurice. Round 10. Here we go. Giddy up. Magic round was fantastic, by the way. I really enjoyed that.
Suncorp loved it.
I'm going to get there.
Get up there, Johnny. Who's our first game Thursday night football, John?
We have the Parramatta Eels taking on the Dolphins, Maurice.
Awesome.
So both coming off losses for your information.
Yes.
Team list looking pretty much similar to round 1. Few outs. So Jeremy Marshall-King out for Dolphins. Huge loss. Kurt Donahue going to 9.
Yeah, not bad.
Handy. But again, down at Combank. Last time Para played at Combank, put on an absolute clinic. Now, the Dolphins haven't been travelling too well outside of Brisbane, Morris.
Up and down, Jenny.
Up and down. So, look, the Roosters were good last week, I must admit, and Dolphins were thereabouts. But I'm chasing tips, Morris. I'm going to
You're
go
chasing
Parramatta
points.
Eels, and I think Parramatta Eels can get the job done at home, to be
Yep.
honest.
I like that tip, Johnny. I think just looking at the middle and haven't been too good, but I've seen glimpses of really good footy, especially with the 7 there. The Battle of the Sevens will be an interesting matchup, Johnny.
Fantastic.
Isaiah Mitchell should be great. I think Hamaso is the difference, but Johnny, I think this fella here can be the difference. And if he has a good game, which, if you reflect back on when they have won, he's normally been
Their guy.
their guy. So I'm going to take the Finns on that one, Johnny, on Thursday night football.
Yes.
Moving on to Friday night football, we see the Knights v the Titans, John. McDonald Jones Stadium, 6 p.m.
Yes. Well, we're lucky enough to catch this, the Knights play on the weekend, and I thought they played really well. And Titans also in a funny phase, I'd like to say. Fafita being dropped, all the rest of it that's going on up at the Gold Coast, Morris, just makes me have a different feeling towards them Titans. I love the forward pack. The middle's there. If they can get going and unleash, I can see Jaden Campbell comes
that's what
back.
I was just about to
Jaden
say,
Campbell
Johnny.
comes back in, and that's a different dynamic, Morris. Huge dynamic. But I'm going to go with the Knights here, Morris, because I like what they dished up last week. McDonald Jones Stadium, they're normally pretty good there. Friday night, so I'm going to go them. Newcastle Knights.
Nice, Johnny. I think that is correct. They're very hard to beat at McDonald Jones. I think the Titans, though, with the inclusion of Jaden Campbell, John, and that middle, oh, man. And I just take no disrespect out of the win from the Knights, Johnny, but they versed the South Sydney team that were depleted. So I think knowing that this will be a challenge for them, you're right, and it's a flick of the coin to be fair, but I'm going to take the Titans. John.
Well done, Morris. Second game, Friday night footy.
Yep. Who do you got?
Sees the Bunnies taking on Brisbane Broncos, Maurice. Now, Penrith have dead set gone to Suncorp and pulled the Brisbane Broncos pants down. Now, like you said previously there, Maurice, Bunnies had a lot of New South Wales Cup players, let's call it.
Yes.
This week, though, I see Jamie Humphries named and I see Latrell Mitchell named.
Yep.
Now, they are two huge inclusions.
Havili back too.
Huge. If I look at Brisbane, they're gonna come down with a point to prove. A huge point to prove. Bunny, this is gonna be a coin toss, Morris. I'm gonna throw it out there. This is an absolute coin toss if you've ever seen one.
Yep.
Brisbane hurting, South's hurting with two good entries.
Yep.
I am in all sorts.
Who are you going to go, Johnny?
Definitely not Ghostbusters. I am going to go Brisbane Broncos, Morris.
Nice.
Wow, that was tough.
I think, to be fair, with Humphries and Latrell back, that's great. It's all well and good.
Yep.
But yeah, a point to prove, Johnny, with the likes of Hunt, Reynolds, Haas, Carrigan,
How?
They have to bounce back. Cobbo, I've just named 5 Origin players. So they have to bounce back and respond. I have to go the Broncos in that one, Johnny.
Thank you very much, Morris. I think it's Super Saturday.
Yep.
And boil the jug, guys. The Earl Grey game of the round sees the Canberra Raiders taking on the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Now, if you're doing something around Saturday, 3 p.m., I'd highly suggest you clear your calendar and just nestle into your couch and turn on KO.
Get to your watering hole.
And just sit down and enjoy.
Should be a cracker, John.
Should be an absolute cracker, this one. Now, to unpack a few things, Morris. Raiders Yeah, that's right. Went to Melbourne and got it done in Golden Point. Am I correct, Morris?
That's correct, Johnny.
Now the doggies, wow, they had an absolute field day up there. It felt like it was at home.
Yeah.
Could
They
have
got
had
going.
spiders on him.
Mate, and they're lucky they didn't get going in the first half because it would have been a lot too little, even though it was.
Now, I think huge GIO Stadium plays a
big game,
massive
Johnny.
role.
Yeah.
Again, this is another tight one. Good luck, tipsters, on this one. But I think you lean into beating Melbourne down there. I'm going there.
Nice, Johnny. Well, that's different. I thought you would have backed the doggies.
Yeah. Well, they did beat
However,
Melbourne.
that's your choice.
Yeah,
I
thank you.
like the Bulldogs, Johnny. They took probably a little bit to get going, to be fair. But once they got going, oof.
Matt Burton included too.
Yeah,
just so you
Burton's
know.
back. So I seen that, Johnny, and I'm going to take the Dogs in this one.
Well done.
Beating the home side down there in enemy territory will be a tough ask, but if there's any team that'll be up for it, it'll be the Dogs, and I hope they learn from last week when they went up to Brisbane.
Yep.
And they went out hunting with no control. Go down to Canberra and hunt again, but with control.
Thank you very much, Huntman. All right, we're going to the second game, Super Saturday, Maurice.
Yep.
Sees the Dragons taking on the
doggy. Oh, no, the Dragons, sorry.
The Waz.
Yeah.
So we go Win Stadium, 5:30.
Yep.
Again, Morris, Dragons lost last week. The Waz get the dub. The Waz
made it hard again, Johnny.
The Waz keep on going, boys. 30 to 26. If you go to the official ladder, they are equal second with the Raiders.
Wow. Now, Johnny.
Wow.
Like, seriously, I'll say it again, and we've said it before previously on this segment. These guys have the gods with them. Yep. They keep getting it done.
Yep.
All right.
Playing some good footy, but
no, they got some handy.
But
players,
like when it comes to a bit of luck, when you need it, they've been getting some. Rubber the green,
Johnny. Now I think, like, really, I'm gonna pick the Waz, Johnny. I'm picking the Waz.
Yeah, good. So am I.
But I'll just tell you right now, I've seen this happen too many times in the past. They have it like they should win this
insurance policy.
Yeah, they should win this. So just any tipsters out there, do not be surprised, okay? I'm picking the Waz, but
last game, Super Saturday, sees the Cowboys taking on the Penny Panthers at Queensland Country Bank, Morris. Yeah. Now, Cowboys if anything's to run off from last week, these Penny Panthers just said, whoa. Anyone who thinks that we're out of this year's season, just have a look.
Right on Q2.
Just have a little look, all right? Because what we did to Brisbane last week, you should start to respect us a little bit.
Just a bit.
A little bit. Forget about the 5 grand finals we've gone to in the last 5 years. Just remember, this year we beat Brisbane last week. So, Morris,
up there.
In saying all of that, you know where I'm going.
Yes. You're taking...
Here come the man in black. Murray, I'm going Penny Panthers.
Nice, Johnny. I got another interesting inclusion there that you've overlooked.
Yeah.
And it's a big in. Brian 2 O's has been named at 5 this week.
Thank you very much.
2 O's, as we all know, is a big factor to these guys getting started. It's very hard to bend, and he does a lot of bending himself. So just on the back of that inclusion and a great win up there, yeah, you can't go past them.
Can you?
The 4-time premiers. Can you?
No.
I'm not going past them.
I'm not brave enough. I'm sorry.
So I'm taking the Panthers, Johnny, on your last game. on your Super Saturday. Is that correct?
Yeah, Sunday ticket, Morris. Let's go to Melbourne
Yes.
because we're going to see the Storm take on the West Tigers.
Yes.
Now, I think this is where we're going to see a line in the sand, Maurice. When it comes to these West Tigers, let's see.
Yeah. Let's see.
Let's see, because the youth that they have there is very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone knows Melbourne's systems, Melbourne's culture, what they're about.
Starting
it's
to
never
get cold
easy.
down there.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah. The beanies that come out, the scarves
down,
out.
all that scarf, bit cold and warm up, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. That doesn't affect the Melbourne Storm, though, Morris.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, in saying that, me and Maury are running off weather, and we got the Melbourne Storm, I'm guessing.
Nah, look, the weather is just included because it puts you in a different frame of mind, especially if you're a young fella.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Travel down there.
Which West Tigers are full of.
That's right. Full of young kids traveling down there. You know, it can go either way, but I think Storm too classy, Johnny.
Yeah. Don't be shocked, but
they'll push them.
Yeah.
If Storm don't play their systems and Bellyache's not blowing up in the box, then don't be shocked, Johnny.
We got the last game of your Sunday ticket. It sees the Manly Seagulls taking on the Sharks, or the Battle of the Beaches, some like to say, Maurice.
They do.
Now, Manly off a bye. Manly off a bye.
Manly got the bye in Magic.
Yeah.
All the supporters are fuming.
So I can see that there's a few ins here. Jakey Trebojevic and Jason Saab, probably the most noted that you need to be aware of, fellow tipsters.
Yep.
But the Sharks, they you know what? They had a good game last week, I'm pretty sure.
I think they
got the first, the dub. Now, I wrote them off last week, the Sharks, I remember quite clearly. But I think 4 points.
Tough, Johnny.
Like Tommy back. Boys freshened up. You know, nice little 8-day, 9-day spell there.
We went and watched this game last year, but Johnny.
We went there, and the Sharks put on a clinic.
Yep.
So that's obviously altering my decision right now. But I'm going to stay true. I'm going to stay loyal.
Yep.
And I'm going to go.
Yeah, you're going with the Eagle.
Yeah.
Johnny, I like the sound of that. I think the home team gets it done at Brookvale.
Sunday afternoon is normally a cracker.
If that sun just peeking over the clouds too, bit of dry footy.
Bit of a dry field and some sun out for your gun out.
It's very hard to beat.
Manly is doing the Eagle Rock.
Yep. And that sums us up, Johnny. That wraps us up.
Wraps us up for another week. Remember, tipsters, if you're up the overall leader, those top three, 5 or 6 will get you that bonus jackpot if you want it.
If you want a ding, 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 ding jackpot, please, you know what to do. Other than that, Johnny, enjoy your footy, get your tips in, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.